Why walk these men about the streets?
They make holiday to see Caesar and to rejoice in his triumph.
Wherefore rejoice? Do you now strew flowers in his way? That comes in triumph over Pompey's blood. Be gone.
You go that way, this way will I. Disrobe the images.
May we do so?
Let no images be hung with Caesar's trophies.
Caesar.
Ha! He calls. Caesar has turned to hear.
Beware the Ides of March.
What man is that?
A soothsayer bid you beware the Ides of March.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak once again.
Beware the Ides of March.
Oh, he is a dreamer. Let us leave him pass.
Brutus, I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I was wont to have.
Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius?
Since you cannot see yourself, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you not yet know.
What means this shouting? I do fear the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye, do you fear it? Then must I think you would not have it so?
I would not, Cassius. Tell me what you would impart to me.
I was born free as Caesar. So were you.
Another general shout. I do believe that these applauses are for some new honours that are heaped on Caesar.
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we, petty men, walk under his huge legs to peep about and find ourselves dishonourable graves. Brutus and Caesar. What should be in that Caesar? Why should his name be sounded more than yours?
Brutus would rather be a villager than repute himself a son of Rome.
I am glad my weak words have shown this much fire from Brutus.
The games are done and Caesar is returning.
Antonius,
Caesar.
let me have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men, and such as sleep o' nights. Yond Cassius has a lean and hungry look. Such men are dangerous.
Fear him not, Caesar. He's not dangerous. He's a noble Roman, and well given.
Would he were fatter.
Will you speak for me? Aye, Casca. Tell us what hath chanced today that Caesar looks so sad. Was the crown offered him?
Aye, marry wast, and he put it by thrice.
Who offered him the crown?
Why, Antony. And I may give you more news too. Marullus and Flavius, for pulling scarves or Caesar's images, are put to silence. Fare you well.
Will you dine with me tonight?
Aye, if I be alive.
Good, I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell both.
Tomorrow, come home to me, and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble, yet I see thy honourable metal may be wrought from that it is disposed. Who's there?
A Roman.
Oh, Casca, by your voice.
Your ear is good. Whoever knew the heavens menaced so?
Those who would have known the earth so full of faults. When you consider the true cause, why all these fires, why all these gliding ghosts, you shall find that heaven hath infused these spirits to make them instruments of fear and warning unto some monstrous state. Casca, could I name to thee a man, most like this dreadful night, a man no mightier than thyself or me?
'Tis Caesar of which you speak, is it not, Cassius?
Let it be who it is.
I hear the Senate tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as a king.
Then I know where I will wear this dagger. Why should Caesar be a tyrant?
Oh, stand close a while for here comes one in haste.
'Tis Cinna, he is a friend.
Who's that?
It is Casca, one incorporate to our attempts. I'm glad on it.
Oh, Cassius, if you could but win the noble Brutus to our party.
Be you content, good sinner? Look, you lay this where Brutus may but find it, and throw this in at his window. Casca, you and I will ere day see Brutus at his house. 3 parts of him is ours already. The man entire, upon our next encounter, yields him ours.
It is his death. And for my part, I know no personal cost but spurn at him. But for the general, he would be crowned. How that might change his nature, there is the question. Therefore, think him as a serpent's egg, which hatched would, as its kind, grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.
Searching the window for a flint, I found this paper, this sealed up. I'm sure it did not lie there when I went to bed.
Is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March?
I know not, sir.
Look in the calendar.
I will, sir.
Brutus, thou sleeps. Awake and seek thyself. Speak, strike, redress. Speak, strike, redress. Am I entreated to speak, then strike?
Sir, March has wasted 14 days.
'Tis good. There's knocking at the gate.
I will, Jack.
Between the acting of a dreadful thing and its first motion, all the interim is but a phantasma or a hideous dream.
Sir, 'tis your brother Cassius, and there are more with him.
Let him enter.
Good morrow, Brutus.
Now are these men that come with you?
Yes, every man of them, and no man here but honours you.
Then welcome to you all. Take each hand, one by one.
And let us swear our resolution.
No, not an oath. Do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise to think that our cause or our performance did need an oath.
Shall no one else be touched but only Caesar?
Decius, well urged. I think it not meet Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar.
Our cause would seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off and then hack the limbs. Let us be sacrifices, but not butchers, Caius.
Yet I fear him for the engrafted love he bears to
If
Caesar.
he loves Caesar, all that he can do is to himself.
Yet it is doubtful whether Caesar will come forth tomorrow or no, for he is suspicious, grown of late.
Never fear that, I can oversway him.
The morning comes upon us. We will leave you, Brutus. Friends, remember what you have said, and show yourselves true Romans.
Let not our looks put on our purposes, but bear it as our Roman actors do. So good morrow to you, every one.
Brutus, my lord!
Portia, what mean you? Wherefore rise you now?
Make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am ill in health, and that is all.
No, Brutus, there is some sick offence within your mind, and by the right and virtue of my place, I ought to know of. Upon my knees, I charm you by my once commended beauty. All of your love which you unfold unto me, your heart, yourself, why you are heavy and what men have had to resort to you tonight.
Kneel not, gentle Portia.
Should not need to if you were gentle, Brutus. Dwell but I in the suburbs of your good pleasure. If it be no more, Portia is Brutus's harlot, not his wife.
You are my true and honourable wife.
Tell me of your counsels, I will not disclose them.
O ye gods, render me worthy of such a noble wife. Portia, go in a while, and by the by your bosom shall partake the secrets of my heart.
Nor heaven nor earth have been at peace tonight.
What means you, Caesar? Think you walk forth, you will not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they fright me. There is one within recounts the most horrid sights. A lioness hath whelped in the streets, and ghosts did shriek and squeal in the streets. Oh, Caesar, I believe these things are all beyond use, and I do fear them.
These predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
And cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Say it is my fear, not your own, that keeps you in the house.
For thy humour I will stay at home. Here's Decius, he shall tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
And you come in very happy time, to bear my greeting to the senators, and tell them I shall not come today.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. Calpurnia here, my wife, stays me at home. She dreamt tonight she saw my statue, which like a fountain with 100 spouts did run pure blood. And many lusty Romans came smiling and did bathe their hands in it.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It is a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue spouting blood signifies that from you, great Rome shall suck reviving blood.
In this way you have well expounded it.
The Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to most mighty Caesar. If you shall send word you will not come, their minds may change.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed I did yield to them. Give me my robe, for I will go. The Ides of March are come.
Aye, Caesar, but not gone.
I wish your enterprise may thrive today.
What enterprise, Popilius?
Fare you well.
What said Popilius, Lena?
I fear our purpose is discovered.
Look how he makes the Caesar mark him.
Brutus, what shall we do?
Cassius, be constant. Popilius, Lena, speaks not of our purposes. For look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Casca, you are the first that raise your hand.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss? Caesar and his senate must redress.
Most high, most mighty, most puissant Caesar.
I must prevent thee, Simba. Thy brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that Publius Simba may be given an immediate freedom of repeal.
I would be moved if I were as you, but I am constant as the northern star. I was constant that Simba should be banished, and constant do remain to keep him so.
Oh, Caesar.
Hence, will thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar.
Speak hands for me. A too brute? It's full, Caesar.
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead!
Why not stand still? Ambition's debt is paid.
Where is Mark Antony?
Here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony.
O Caesar, dost thou lie so low? Are all of thy glories, thy triumphs, conquests and spoils, shrink to this little measure? I know not, gentlemen, what else you intend, if others must be let blood. If myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death's hour.
Oh, Antony, beg not your death of us. Pity to the general wrong of Rome hath done this deed on Caesar.
Your voice will be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities.
Only be patient until we have appeased the multitude, and then we will deliver thee the reason why I, who did love Caesar when I struck him, have thus proceeded.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what you do. Know you not how the people may be moved by that which he will utter?
By your pardon, I will myself to the pulpit first, and show the reason of our Caesar's death.
I like it not.
Here, Mark Antony, take you Caesar's body. You will not blame us in your funeral speech, but but give all that you can of Caesar's good, and say you do it by our permission.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body then, and follow us.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. By thy wounds now do I prophesy, fierce civil strife shall encumber all parts of Italy, as Caesar's spirit, ranging for revenge, shall in these confines of the monarch's voice cry havoc! And let slip the dogs of war! How now, fellow? Oh, Caesar. Is thy master coming?
He lies 7 leagues from Rome.
Here lies a morning Rome, a dangerous Rome, no Rome fit for Octavius yet. Come, lend me your hand.
We will be satisfied.
Let us be
Let
satisfied.
us be satisfied.
We will be satisfied.
satisfied.
With ascended silence.
Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, this I say to him, that Brutus's love for Caesar was no less than his. And if that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was valiant, I honour him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. Who would be so rude to not be a Roman? If there be any, speak. For him I have offended. I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus, none.
Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus.
Bring him with triumph home into his house.
Let him be a statue with his ancestors.
Let him be Caesar.
My countrymen, good countrymen, for my sake, wait with Mark Antony, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make.
Antony!
Let us hear Mark Antony.
Speak!
Mark Antony.
You gentle Romans,
Peace ho, let us hear him.
friends, Romans countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honourable man. And when that the poor hath cried, Caesar hath wept. Did this seem ambitious? But Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honourable man. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him?
Methinks there is much reason in his sayings.
Shall I descend? And will you give me leave?
Come down.
Come down.
Descend.
You all do know this mantle. Look where Cassius's dagger ran through. See what a rent the villainous Casca made. Here, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. This was the most unkindest cut of them all. What but weakly when you see our Caesar's vesture wounded? Here, as you see, is himself marked with traitors!
Oh, villains! Oh, piteous spectacle! Oh, most bloody sight!
Traitors, villains!
Traitors.
Traitors!
Seek!
Burn!
Revenge!
Revenge! Let not a traitor live! We'll burn the house of Brutus.
We'll burn it!
Now let it work! Mischief thou art afoot, take thou what course thou wilt.
Sir, Octavius has already come to Rome.
Where is he?
At Caesar's house. I heard him say Brutus and Cassius are rid like madmen in the streets of Rome.
Like they had some notice of the people, how I moved them. Come, bring me to him. And now, Octavius, listen, great things. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers. Therefore, let our alliances be combined.
Let us do so, for we are bound with many enemies.
That you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned my officer for taking bribes.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to have an itching palm.
An itching palm. You know that you are Brutus who speaks this, or by the gods this speech were else your last.
Away, slight man.
Is possible? When Caesar lived, he durst not have moved me.
Peace. You so dost not durst tempt him.
I durst not?
No,
What, durst not tempt him?
for your life you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that for which I will be sorry.
You have done that you should be sorry for.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye couldn't see such faults.
A flatterer's would, though they seem as huge as high Olympus.
Take this dagger. And here is my naked breast. Strike as thou did at Caesar, for I know, when thou hated him worst, thou loved Caesar better than ever thou could love Cassius.
Sheath your dagger. Be angry when you will. I was ill-tempered.
Take my hand.
And my heart too.
Oh, Brutus!
Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I didn't think you could be so angry.
Oh, Cassius, I am sick with many griefs. Portia is dead.
Portia!
She is dead.
How durst I killing when I crossed you so? Upon what sickness?
Impatient of my absence, and grief that young Octavius and Mark Antony have made themselves so strong, she grew distract, and, attendants absent, swallowed fire.
And died so.
Even so.
Oh, ye mortal gods.
Speak no more of her. Bowl of wine. In this thy burial unkindness, Cassius.
I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love.
Well, what do you think about marching to Philippi presently?
I think it not good.
Your reason?
'Tis better the enemy should seek us.
Good
so
reasons
shall
make-
he
good
weary
reasons-
his means.
Good reasons make force to place the better.
Hear me, good brother.
Our cause is ripe. The enemy increaseth every day. We, at the height, are ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. On such a full sea we are now afloat, and we must take the current as it serves or lose our ventures.
Then We'll along ourselves and meet them at Philippi. Oh, my dear brother, never such division come between our souls.
Everything is well.
Good night, my lord.
Good night, good brother. How ill this taper burns. Huh? Who comes?
Thy evil spirit, Brutus.
Why comest thou?
To tell thee I shall see thy again at Philippi.
Well, then I shall see thee again.
Aye, at Philippi.
Well, then I shall see thee at Philippi then. Evil spirit, I do hold more talk with thee.
Prepare you, generals. The enemy comes on in gallant show.
Octavius, lead your battle softly upon the left hand of the even field.
Upon the right hand, I keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me?
I do not cross you, but I will.
Words before blows, is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better as you do.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
I draw a sword against conspirators.
A peevish schoolboy worthless of such honour, joined with a masker and a reveller.
Oh, Cassius still!
Come on to me away. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs.
Brutus, if we lose this battle, you are contented to be led in triumph in the streets of Rome.
No, Cassius, no. Think not that even Brutus will go bound to Rome. But this same day must end the work the Ides of March began. If we meet again, then we shall smile. If not, well then, this parting was well made.
If we meet again, we shall smile indeed. If not, 'tis true this parting was well made.
Oh, Cassius, Brutus gave the word too early. We by Antony are enclosed.
Fly further off, my lord. Fly further off. Mark Antony is in your tents, my lord.
This day I breathe first. Time has come around and my life is run his compass. Pindarus, come hither. Now, be a free man and take this good sword which ran through Caesar's bowels and search this breast. Stand not to answer. Caesar, thou art revenged. Even with the sword that killed thee.
Far from this country, Pindarus shall run.
Where did you leave him? Is that not he that lies upon the ground?
No, that is he, Messala. But Cassius is no more. The son of Rome is set. Pindarus? Where art Pindarus?
Seek him, whilst I go to meet with the noble Brutus.
Oh, Brutus, come a space, and see how I regard Caius Cassius. By my leaf gods, this is a Roman's part. Come, Cassius' sword, mine Casca's heart.
Where, Messala, where doth his body lie?
Lo yonder, and Casca mourning it.
Casca's face is upward.
He is slain.
O Caesar, thou art mighty yet. Thy spirit walks abroad, turning our own swords into our own proper entrails. I owe more than 'tis to this dead man than you shall see me pay. I will find time, Cassius. I will find time. Come, To the field. I have seen the ghost of Caesar. I know my time has come.
Not so, my lord.
The enemy has pushed us to the pit. It is better to leap in ourselves, but than to tarry till they push us.
Fly, fly, there is no tarrying here.
Hence, I will follow. I prithee, good Strato, stay with thy lord. Thy life hath had some smatch of honour in it.
Give me your hand first.
Hold then this sword, and turn away thy face, while I run upon it. Wilt thou, Strato?
Fare you well, my lord.
Farewell, good Strato.
What man is that?
My master's man. Strato, where is thy master?
Free from the bondage you were in, Messala, for Brutus overcame himself, and no man else hath honour by his death.
How did my master die, Strato?
I held my sword, and he did run on it.
This was the noblest Roman of them all conspirators, save only he did that in envy of great Caesar, while he, in general honest thought and common good to all, was made one of them. His life was gentle, in all the elements so mixed in him that nature would cry out that this was a man.